All right, all right. Good evening. And actually, it's very early morning, but I am going to be doing a DV early morning, late night talk, is what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I know it always feels like it's another one of those days, but I was trying to get a whole bunch of things done. And I was like, you know what? I have to get this done and get it up and out, no matter how late it is, because I have to be true. So I ended up coming on here a little bit later after the 9th. And so we're into the 10th. So that being said, happy Mother's Day. And you guys will wonder what I'm doing on here so late. But I think, everything happens for a reason. So before I get started all the way, happy Mother's Day to everyone who will come back and see this a lot later. I am happy to be here with you guys. So before I start, let's give you guys a round of applause for being here. And I went to a Mother's Day event on the 8th, which was a Friday. And it was a really, really good event for me to be at, to hear all the people that are like minded and doing similar things to what I did last year for my event. And as I listened to I'm going to share with you guys an interview from Miss Dana, who did this amazing Mother's Day event. It really reminded me that what I'm doing is what the Lord has called me to do. And sometimes you get those naysayers, and she shared a little bit of that, which was encouraging for me, but it was also helpful because we get to hear from other people. And when you hear the same kind of situation or circumstances, you understand you're not alone, right? And you'll hear her share about getting pushback. There have been people in my life that have always told me that you can't do this and you can't do that. You need to choose a segment. You can only choose one, and all those different things. There are people that will do that. Okay. And because they can't see it coming together with all the different kind of situations that are within people, they think you only have to choose one. Well, we're a very multi-dimensional type of people. We don't just walk around and only have one issue, right? Sometimes we're in a few different communities because of the things that we carry and the different things and challenges that we have. So with that, it's a big deal for me to be in rooms and spaces where there are people that understand what I'm doing because they're doing the same work. And when I went into that space, I was like, oh my gosh, she's doing the exact same thing I'm doing, but on a different level. And so this was her second annual. This is going to be my second annual doing what I do with the Ignite a New Start, Reclaim Your Power, Rewrite Your Story Summit. So I wanted to just do an interview with her quickly and make sure that I capture that. And my friend Pastor Jay gave me, of course, the idea, also marching orders. So I want to make sure that, I am following as much as I want to make sure that other people got a chance to hear as well. And so I've been on IG sharing a lot of the different parts of the event. So I'm going to do my best to get out more of it so that it can get out there into the area, because a lot of people weren't there to see it, but it needs to be seen. And the people that were sharing their stories, they need to be heard. So I might take some time to do some DV night talks where I just focus on those stories and put those out. So I am going to take down my welcome because I want to let you guys know that you are welcome here. You're always welcome in this space, and I'm always glad to have you here. So, hello. I am going to also make sure as I share that this will be something that you can enjoy. So I'm going to put on the interview, and then after the interview, I'll come back and have just a few little words. Not going to keep it too long. So with that, I am going to get started. So I'll adjust my screen in a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and do a gong so we can know we're ready to go. I always say, who doesn't like a gong, right? Tells you, let's go. So let me adjust some things and we will get this party started with this amazing interview. So the next voice that you're going to hear will be Miss Dana. So here we go. All right. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? My name is T.Drake, Podcasting Godmother Connection. And today I'm at this amazing, phenomenal event. And this beautiful lady who's going to share about what the event was about, the resources and everything. It was wild. And I mean wild by good. And God was in this place. So I am going to let her talk about the event, what it's about, what she does, and all those beautiful things. So, Miss Dana.
Well, hello, Lady T. Thank you for having me. Well, today was our second annual Mother's Day event. And every year I try to bring some type of awareness to South Phoenix. So I'm born and raised in South Phoenix. So last year we honored mothers who lost their children due to gun violence. And so this year I thought it would be good to honor mothers, a mother's strength to those mothers who are living with HIV or AIDS or have children living with HIV or AIDS, and just to hear their stories and where they're coming from. And I think hearing is educational, right? Hearing the testimonies, we're overcome by our testimonies,
Amen.
right?
That's right.
And we're more than conquerors through those very words. So I brought some individuals here who live with HIV to South Phoenix, born and raised, baby. And so I can try to release that stigma in our community, especially as a Black woman. In the Black community, that stigma is tight.
Yes,
and we need to release that. We need to learn about this illness. It's illness. And so that's what we did today. We had some amazing speakers. We had some amazing table resource people come out. We even had Mega 99.3 FM, Jackie Morales and Rascal. Baby, we had it going on out here. In the background, you can hear Rascal still out. Hey, jump on it. Hey. So, this was a very good spirit-filled event. The energy, the vibes. I say spirit. Other people say energy, but it's spirits that the good and the bad. So it was nothing but good in here today. Yeah. The love was felt. I believe we received good education from those who shared their stories, and the resource people, Valley Rise, Taros, Spectrum, Bloom 365 for our kids, Can Community, shout out to Can, and Phoenix Fast Track Cities. They were the title sponsors. So grateful for them being a blessing. Prisma, Spectrum, Chicano Por La Causa. It was just a blessing. South Mountain Community College brought their students in here. So it was a blessing. Is that what I was supposed to say to you?
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. And I'm glad you're saying it all, because that's what I needed. I needed to make sure that I did it. I had a friend, and I told him I was coming to this event. He's like, well, you need to interview the person who did it.
Oh.
I was like, what? And if I don't do it, he's like, did you get the interview?
Did you get it?
And he's a podcaster too. So I'm like, oh, yes. He's like, just do what I told you to do. I was like, I'm going to do it. So I'm just thankful that I was able to be here today and see all the different testimonies, because a lot of the different people that were here sharing were some of the different areas that I'm working on for myself. People that have special needs, domestic violence, HIV, some military, because I'm a veteran. So there's that big stacking, like one of the speakers was saying. There's levels of different people's community, and they're so vast. But if we try to work in a silo, then we're not helping each other.
That's right.
So I'm just blessed. So as many times and as often as I can get out here to come from Maricopa and make that trek, I'm gonna do it.
Well,
so
come on out.
I'm coming. So I thank you for this interview. You guys got to check her out. She's got some more events going up, and eventually you'll get to see a longer interview with her, because I'm going to be hunting her down, and she's a beautiful, loving spirit. She brings so much spirit. I was like, yes. And she also has a beautiful voice.
Oh,
and she sang one of my songs, I Want the
What you know about that?
I listen. She's taking me back to old school church, A and B selection, please.
Yes,
please. So, you guys know how I do over here at God's Gift Through His Word, because your girl be saying stuff, stumbling over her words, but God knows everything. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this small snippet. I will have more for you guys. So you guys know, I want you guys to remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. You guys take care. God bless, and thanks for tuning in.
All right. So with that, let me put myself back on screen for those that can see. If not, you're just hearing by audio, which is totally fine. Either way, I've been just filled today with just listening. It was a good reminder about the event and how I felt being there. I really truly felt as I belonged there, belong with those people. There's a certain mission that they're on. All of these people in that room, they all had a mission. Miss Dana's on mission. And some of these other people that I got to talk to, they are all on mission. And when you go with that lane of people, you fit right in because they're doing similar things to what I'm doing. And I want to do the same thing here and where I reside in Maricopa, the city. So I was very, very blessed, truly, to be able to interview Miss Dana just for that short period of time. But it was full. It was full for my spirit. It was full for encouragement. Everything that everybody brought was imperative and something that I needed. I know everybody in that room must have gotten something because it was really good. I just thoroughly enjoyed being there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will be putting this out. So I do hope that you will enjoy it. I hope that you will share it out with many other people, and keep an eye on the IG, which is GG2Gs THW, the number 18, because that's where I will be doing my best to share out some more videos. And if they're too long, I will come back on my little platform and share the video that way, because some of the videos, some of them are 12 minutes, 10 minutes long for the different speakers. So they'll need a little bit longer than sometimes IG allows. So I will be doing that here. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I know it was one of those DV night talks that I haven't done in a while, but because we're getting closer to getting into fall as summer is coming, I will be doing more of the DV night talks as I get prepared for what I'm going to do in the fall. And prayerfully, maybe Miss Dana can come. I don't know, because she's got a lot of speaking engagements. She's very involved in the community, a lot of things. So for me, I'm going to be definitely heading out to go and be part of her community conversation. She has a listening session every second Monday of each month from 6 to 8:30. And that's at the South Mountain Community Library. And that's 7050 South 24th Street, Phoenix, Arizona, 85042, rooms L162 and L163. And the name of her nonprofit is A Permanent Voice. So I am, like I said, excited to be there. I'm going to go there this coming Monday, because that will make it the second Monday. So I'm looking forward to going up there and just listening to all the different voices, meeting some more community members, because although I live in a different city, I'm part of Arizona. Like, we're all part of this big state of Arizona, right? So regardless, if I can make it to different cities and find my people in those different cities, we need to come together. And that's why some of what they were sharing as we were talking, and this was off off the recording, but we were sitting at the table talking, and some of the communities want to not address some of the issues of HIV and domestic violence and act like those things don't exist, right? You think you don't talk about it, it disappears, but it doesn't disappear. And when you don't talk about it and you're ignorant of what's going on, those things just harm other people because nobody's saying anything. Nobody's standing up. And as a survivor of domestic violence and a person living with HIV, a person that has children that have special needs, and understanding that and what goes on with military sexual trauma, with veterans, like the whole gamut of that. When we don't address these things, people walk around like it doesn't exist. And then when harm befalls them, they wonder why, right? But like Miss Dana was sharing, education by people sharing their testimonies and their lived experiences really do help, right? People have to see a real face to hear a real story of a real experience, not something from a book, not just statistics. Statistics are important, but when you put the statistics and pair it with a face, it's much more powerful than just running down numbers, right? We want statistics and we want people with lived experiences coming together so that people understand what's going on and the real reality of these situations. The reality of these things are still here, right? So I don't want to hold you guys too long. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to God's Get Through His Word and getting a chance to listen to Miss Dana share her beautiful interview. And I just, like I said, I couldn't say enough about me meeting Miss Jasmine as well from Dads Against Blues and from meeting Mr. Eden, you know, from Axiom and Can Community. Like she shared a lot of people, so I won't reiterate any of that, but I had a beautiful time and I just can't say enough of how I really felt part of that community, part of those people. I felt that. And I also wanted to share that I was there as a value-wise ambassador for Voices of Hope because I'm a part of that as well, right? So being there in that capacity, I get to come and I'm there, right? I'm there to be supportive, but I'm also there because I'm there for another organization. But I'm there, right? Value-wise was there sharing what they do. And then I am part of Voices of Hope as an ambassador. So it was a beautiful thing. They definitely wanted to be there, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here and listening and tuning in. It's always a pleasure. It's always a delight. So I will be doing more DV Night Talks. You know, God's Get Through His Word. T.Drake, podcasting godmother of connection. That is who I am. And I'm so thankful to have this platform that the Lord has given me and blessed me with so that I can showcase what other people are doing in our communities and in our states and all those things. It is important that we utilize and be good stewards of what the Lord has given us, not just good stewards of your finances. That is very important, but He gives you other things as well. And we must be good stewards of those things. We must, because when you're not, He will remove it from you if you won't treat the platform, your finances, your friends, your kids, whatever it is, whatever He's blessed you with, be a good steward of it. To whom much is given, much is required. So remember that, right? So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I get to give you guys a big kiss from me to you. Remember, I love you with the love of the Lord Jesus Christ, but remember, the Lord loves you immensely way more than I ever could. And remember, as you heard me on the interview, I'm going to say it again. Remember to be blessed, motivated, and what? Always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. So clap it up for you guys. Have an amazing and blessed night and come back and tune into God's Get to His Word with your girl T.Drake, podcasting godmother of connection. Take care, and I will be seeing you again soon, Lord willing. Take care. God bless.
It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. Come get God's gift through His word. With T.Drake, we'll get God's gift through His word. Come listen, get your spirit lifted through His word. And get your blessing of God's gift through His word. Come be uplifted, come be motivated,